So in Europe, the transfer window is ongoing. Also, there have been a lot of not ongoing. There are a lot of rumors or news going around about certain individuals that we look to move to different clubs. But also here in the Philippines, for the UFL, there are a lot of rumors in a way.
Some confirmations.
With some confirmation. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're talking.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, with the likes of Rufo Sanchez, technically on loan. Emphasis on loan for a month to Global.
For the Singapore Cup.
For the Singapore Cup.
Where?
Really now. So, how would you assess that, guys? I mean, do you think this is really just for a loan, or this is a slow build up to a permanent transfer?
It's a great signing for Global.
Yeah.
It's probably the hottest piece of property in the transfer market.
Yeah.
And straight off the bat, they've got Mark Hartman and Rufo Sanchez. If you're gonna get two players, they'd probably be your two biggest players in the dream team. And obviously, Dan Palami really wants to get back to winning ways.
Yeah.
He's obviously not going to be happy with Global finishing second. But yeah, it's going to be really good to see him in the Singapore Cup, to see how they do there. Because Rufo was on loan to the Stallions, so of course he doesn't have a contract with them, and it was supposed to have run out. So it doesn't really make sense. I guess it's up to Rufo where he wants to go. It's his choice, and
Well, the thing is, where Rufo goes, maybe Waku will join. That's the thing.
probably not.
That's the thing.
But just talking about Rufo, I mean, they weren't getting too much into Madrid with the Spanish economy as it is. So now here they're stars. So of course they're loving it here. So it's Rufo is probably going to stick around in the UFL.
To Global.
Well,
You didn't
can't
answer my
compare it, I
question.
think. Let the-
Permanent
Never mind.
loan. Permanent loan. Permanent or loan?
It's probably going to be like it's up to Rufo. It's totally up to Rufo. You can't confirm anything. It's not official.
No,
It's
I'm
up
not
to Rufo.
confirmed. I'm just thinking. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
asking what you think.
now he's just looking at me. All right.
Permanent
Yeah.
loan.
I can't
Jay.
touch that, really. I mean, to be honest, as the media officer of the United Football League,
Check out that card. already.
Whoa! Really?
obviously, I'm not going to want to upset Ernie Nieras. He's the coach of Stallions until this year, and obviously he's going to want to have to keep his star man, right? I mean, there's no question about that. There's no questioning how good Rufo is. In fact, if you ask the question, who wants Rufo Sanchez on their team? Everybody wants him on his team. So, I mean, but I think it's a nice gesture to loan him out to a team that needs a striker. I think it's a good gesture from Ernie Nieras. Whatever happens from there is really, like Roy said, it's Rufo's decision. I mean, if he enjoys it more in Global and he feels as if this is where he wants to prosper in the next year or two, then he might have to sit down and chat with Ernie Nieras, and that would be a whole different
Iko
development.
na nga lang kakausapin ko. Padoy.
Never.
He has extra bias with Global though.
Oh!
No. Coming from a viewpoint of a fan, it's a double-edged sword. If Rufo joins Global on a permanent basis, we might have the most fearsome strike force in the league because you have Rufo and Izo on the same lineup.
And then Mark Hartman behind them.
Yeah, Mark Hartman as well.
Nice
behind.
Trakatistic.
And to think that last in the game against the under-20, everybody thought that Rufo and Izo would pair up in front, but Coach Ernie decided Rufo played in first half.
Let's not give him a taste yet.
Yeah,
dude.
not
Let's-
yet.
let's not do that.
He might like it too much.
knowing din naman Stallion, they might decide na, okay, just for the Singapore Cup tie, because they still need Rufo in their title defense in both the cup and the league.
Okay,
So, at the end of the day, it still depends on Rufo.
And what about the other transfers though? I mean, obviously it's not just got to be about Rufo.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not the only one to have
Other
moved.
rumors.
Mark Hartman's moved already, that's confirmed. You've got Global has signed a couple more players.
Yeah.
I think you guys have announced that.
Paulo Bugas and Amani Aguinaldo.
Nice.
Basically the two standouts from probably one of the best UFL games that wasn't shown live on TV. The under-19 final between Loyola and Cimarron.
Okay.
Amani was playing in attacking mid that time. Bugas was in the wings. And the way those guys have been playing, and even in the UFL All-Stars, there's still plenty of promise waiting for those two players.
That's great news for Global. I think picking up more, especially young players,
And local
homegrown
talent as
players
well.
that are not only going to compete for in the UFL, but they're also going to be competing internationally. So you expect them to be developing at a rapid pace. So and Global is in the perfect position to pick that up. I mean, because they are affiliated with the under-23 team, so it's easy to snap that talent over to their side, and there's a continuity for the players as well. You know, it's familiar faces and it's good for their development. So Global's in a very good position when
How
it comes
about
to
the
young
likes
talent.
of Ayat Araneta?
Yun, that,
Yun,
yeah,
Yan.
in-
Last year,
Last year may isa na siya. O ngayon, may isa pa ulit.
nagkaroon na ng aberya noon because I was in Singapore that time for the quarterfinal match for Loyola. Nung nakuha ko yung start list, I was even surprised. Nandito si Ayan.
So ngayon kasi I've been hearing
Hearing.
rumors again that pero this time it's not about the Meralco team naman. It's about another team. I think Jing would be the best position to.
Well, if we're just talking about the rumors.
Yeah, it's just a rumor.
You know, stuff that's out there. Pachanga de Liman is one of the destinations that's being talked about. But of course, you know, Ayan Araneta, he's hot property. You're coming off of the team that's being relegated. Of course, you want to remain in the first division. So I think a lot of teams would benefit from having Ayan Araneta on their team. One of the things that was most frustrating as an Air Force fan for a lot of people was walang serbisyo talaga si Ayan Araneta the entire season. So you didn't get to see his skills on full display. But I don't think a lot of the managers have a short memory. Everybody knows what Ayan Araneta is capable of doing.
And he still almost got into double figures for goals.
Right.
I still find it quite funny that he was the only Air Force player who had more goals than
Goals
yellow
than
cards.
yellow
I still find that quite funny. But yeah, he'd be a good fit for Pachanga because they need a proven goal scorer up front as well. They got some great centre midfielders. Jason Cunliffe looked okay. And obviously Anto's great.
But they were, I think Pachanga was relying too much to Valmayor. So now at least, if ever this pushes,
Someone to complement him.
they have someone who's there that Valmayor. Yeah.
And it'd be good for Chingo as well, just to kind of learn from Ayan with that. So it's good for
Because
his
they have the same build. They have the same what do you call it? Style of play. So anyway, at least we've been learning a lot about the rumors for UFL League. So for more updates on the UFL transfer news, do follow us on Twitter at FTW Sports.
I believe there's also a PS to this episode.
Thank you very much, guys.
Whereby